Hi, welcome back to the Untitled RPG Devlog. In this episode, I want to show you the work that's been done over the past 2 weeks on the game, since episode 0 came out. We've done quite a bit, so let's jump right in. The first thing I like to show off is new art assets, made by our artist, Ross. The gravestone that will act as the player's save point has a totally different look, and so does the chest. There are also more tiny details, like the little bits of grass that poke up through the snow. We've also added these pipes. What are they for? They carry magma from the nearby volcano to the houses, which is then used to generate electricity and heat. The whole first area of this game, a town called Lunarctic, is reliant on these pipes to exist. In the areas of this frozen wasteland where there aren't pipes, life is non-existent due to the harsh, bitter cold, and traveling through them is impossible for all but the most dedicated. This town on the edge of the world only exists because of this careful balance that's been struck between fire and ice. Anyway, not only are these pipes cool for story reasons, but they're also a great way of preventing the player from walking off the edge of the map. Ross has also been working on more tile sets for the game. The building sprite is now a whole tile set, which means we can make buildings of any size and shape we want. Tile sets have also been created for the interior of buildings. The inside of this building has a wooden floor and walls, and this building has a dungeon feel to it. While the dialogue system was good before, we've added some more improvements to it. We can now specify an emotion to show up when a character talks. Not only does this enhance the dialogue, it's also a great way to make sure the player knows who is talking. As you can see in this conversation here, it's much easier to follow who's speaking than if the characters' names were the only identifying feature. Something else you might have noticed are the many chests scattered haphazardly across the area. These chests are for testing the brand new inventory system. We want inventory management to be an important part of this game, but we also want to make sure that it doesn't end up being annoying. Many games with limited inventory systems have moments where you have to leave a cool item behind or drop something else. We're hoping our inventory system adds a bit of strategy to the game, but is still fun. The inventory can be accessed from the pause menu. Inventory is the only option in this menu that currently works, as the others are still in development. The party's inventory has 20 slots in it, as you can see from this menu here. When you pick up an item, it goes into the inventory, obviously. When the inventory is full, however, the item will instead go to the bank. We can access the bank from this fancier chest here. The bank will allow you to hold as many of each item as you want, and you can equip or use items directly from it. While you're out exploring the world, if you find an item that you don't have a use for at the moment, you can send this item to the bank directly from your inventory using the Send to Bank option. This means that you'll never have to leave behind useful items just because you don't have room for them. You can also equip or use items just as you normally could through the bank. To test the functionality of the inventory system, I've also added 3 consumable items to the game. These items are the potion, the energy drink, and the dead ringer. More items will be added eventually, but these items were important to add first because they represent items that can be used only in battle, items that can be used only outside of battle, and items that can be used both in and out of battle. First is the potion. The potion will heal one of your party members for 2 HP, and it can be used both in and out of battle. Since you can't use spells outside of battle, the potion is one of the only ways to heal up while traveling through a dangerous area. It's also one of the best ways to heal up in battle, healing more health than the basic healing spell and not costing any energy. The second item is the energy drink. Since gaining energy outside of battle would do nothing, the energy drink can only be used inside of battle. When used, the character who drinks it gains 2 energy. This item can be used to unleash your most powerful spells on the first turn, at the cost of an inventory slot. The final item is the dead ringer. It's usable only outside of battle, but it lets the party teleport back to the previous grave point, where they can then save the game and heal back to full health. If you don't want to walk all the way back, this is the perfect item for you. I'd eventually like to have an animation of the party teleporting, but for now they just poof into existence. That's about it for the work that's been done since last time. As always, if you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, we'd love to hear from you. And if you want to keep following the progress of this game, feel free to subscribe. Thanks, and have a great day.